Alright, so last week you saw an unscripted video of me showing how I was planning to build new faders into my console. That partly went well and partly didn't went well because I could hear the fader track rumbling, noising, difficult to describe the sound. Right now I'm also recording the sound, or actually I hope that I'm recording the sound coming out of the console so that you guys can really hear what I'm on about. So that noise was annoying me, but the first conclusion I had was that I needed very expensive penny and Giles faders. But I'm still not completely sure about it, because I've discussed this with a few guys that do have the extra chromosome to know what's in the schematics and stuff, and or lacking a chromosome. And they told me that well, let me show you the schematic. From the fader, so the audio is going through the fader, and from the fader it comes in on the bottom there on the number 4. It's difficult to see on screen, and the signal goes up and through this small capacitor into the amplifier stage. And this small capacitor is a 10 microfarad. Yeah, 10 microfarad capacitor, and that one is there for DC blocking and making sure that no noise comes through. I think that one was broken on the preamp I was testing on. So it's a tantalum, that kind of capacitor. When those capacitors fill, they go into short circuit. So your circuit will still work, or in this case the circuit will still work, but it will get noisy. So I want to test it on a different channel now. So I was testing on this channel last time, which was channel X. What I can do is make it back working again and swap the preamp. So get the preamp out and swap it with a different one. Or I can simply try the preamp next to it. So what I'm first going to do is just making sure that the preamp still works. I did test all the preamps without a fader, of course, but by just bridging the fader, just to make sure that the rest of the preamp was okay, and it was. So let's start the tone generator. Oh, and let's also route it to the master bus. Am I doing this correctly? Oh wait, there's some dust in the... There it is. And now we've got a beep tone. I'm not sure which one is which one, but what I do know is that the yellow one is earth. So we've got a connection diagram on here, and I think this should be 3, and then one of these should be 2, and the other one should be 1. Like awesome. Okay, cool. So that works. And now let's turn off the tone generator. Like that. And move the fader. And I will make sure in the edit that I will also add the sound coming out of the fader. And it's completely quiet. So that's very cool. Because that means that the guys who told me about the small capacitor were right, and that I can now order a lot of Alps faders for the new console. So that's actually very cool, and this turned out the way I was expecting it to turn out, but also I was a bit begging to turn out this way. So what I'm going to do, because both Alps faders and penny and Giles faders have got the exact same dimensions in terms of where the screws are and how big the fader is. So I can make front plates which will fit both, and I will start using Alps faders, and as soon as I can get like a lot of penny and Giles faders, I will swap them or do something with it. But Alps faders are much cheaper. To be honest, I'm not sure if they are still making the K fader, so I need to search for that first. Otherwise they were there will still be Penny and Giles faders in there. But this is a good sign, and now I can move on with designing the front plates for the faders and yeah, adding them to the console, which is still a lot of work and a lot of thinking, and I don't know if I've got enough time to do that. Yeah, sometimes these projects are annoying. In the meantime, I will also start on the revisioning of the EQs, of course, because we also need some EQing on the console, because otherwise, why should you buy a big console if you cannot alter the sound with it? So with that being said, I want to end this video over here. If you liked it, let me know with a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, leave a thumbs down. Also, leave a comment below with ideas for future videos, questions for my Q&A, or something else you just wanted to say. Check out my Patreon campaign over here. It would mean a lot if you do, and if you sponsor me, even if it's just $1, you are enabling me to make more and better videos. Also, talking of videos, check out one of my other videos there. Thanks for watching, and bye bye.